Coming up in News Tonight, Long Island MP Loretta Butler Turner says the continued leaks of internal F&M documents are hindering the party. Tall Pines MP Leslie Miller weighs in on the ongoing F&M drama, and he stands with Dr. Hubert Minnis. Plus, Nassau's first ever yacht and travel show is just weeks away. Welcome to our news. I'm Dana Smith. Thanks for joining us. Topping news tonight, Free National Movement Member of Parliament for Long Island, Loretta Butler Turner, is expressing disappointment over the repeated leaking of internal F&M affairs. Butler Turner says the leaks are doing nothing but hindering the party. Jasmine Brown has the details in this report.
The former F&M deputy leader says it's sad that so many party issues have been leaked to the public in recent months.
In terms of leaks, I mean, it's sad that something like that happens and happens so often. That is really, really sad because you've got to be able to keep some things confidential.
Butler Turner insists it's not the first time a political party has had issues.
If I were to compare the Free National Movement to the PLP, certainly I don't think the PLP is any better off than the Free National Movement. They are a chaotic government. They're having the same internal issues. They are fighting like cats and dogs themselves. Unfortunately for us, we just have a propensity for putting everything out in the public domain.
An 8-page letter sent to the F&M's General Counsel was leaked to the media. In the letter, 6 F&M MPs, including Butler Turner, gave examples of Minnis' failed leadership. Last month, F&M Deputy Leader Peter Turnquest also expressed his frustration with the leaks. Butler Turner says she believes it's an issue that should be addressed within the party immediately.
As we move forward, I think also that, this might be a part of closing some of those gaps, those leaks where things get out.
Reporting for our news, I'm Jasmine Brown.
Well, Tall Pines MP Leslie Miller is weighing in on what some are calling a coup by 6 F&M MPs to oust opposition leader Dr. Hubert Minnis. He said it's unfair what the group is trying to do to Minnis, who he says, if given the chance, would do a good job as Prime Minister.
And it's because what they was doing was totally unfair. You don't have the right. And it is up to their council, because outside of a convention, the council has the authority of the party. Councillors are the one who makes those decisions. Members of Parliament could go to the Governor General and say they lose confidence in him. But it's up to the council to say, listen, we will not allow that to happen. And if you write a letter to the Governor General, then we'll expel you from the party. Go form your own party. But this leader was chosen and beat the other ones 3-1. What more could the guy do? I mean, what more is left for him to do? You came up against me. I went in a fight. I beat you 3-1. And 2 days later, you still want to get rid of me.
The F&M agreed to an early convention on Thursday night. This after a group of 6 F&M MPs gave Minnis an ultimatum. Call an early convention or they'll send a letter to the Governor General asking for his removal. Miller said he agrees with South Abaco MP Edison Key, who remarked to the Nassau Guardian's National Review that a united Bahamian Party faction of the F&M is working to take Minnis out.
I will take that my good friend, that my good friend and brother took, the honourable member for Abaco, Edison Key. He made it clear that as far as he was concerned, the old UBP element that is still alive and well in this country decided to make a move at this time to have Dr. Minnis removed from his position as the leader, the elected leader of the F&M. To see to it that whatever economic opportunities are available at this time and in the immediate future, that they would be the ones to harness and get all those benefits.
Miller says he sees Minnis as a friend and someone who, if given the opportunity, would do a good job running the country. He said Minnis cannot be bought or cajoled into situations that are not in the best interest of the average, everyday Bahamian.
Now, he may not have this oratorial skills that some would wish some of us to have in Parliament. But what do you want in a Prime Minister? You want decency, you want honesty, and you want someone who's going to be fair at all times. And more important, you want someone who's going to look out for the poor and downtrodden, who's going to take care of those who cannot take care of themselves, and who's going to do it from his heart, and who's not going to cater to the wishes and aspirations of the few that is going to demonize or be unwise to the many.
In other news, newly appointed Free National Movement Senator Dr. Dwayne Sands is questioning the government about its plans for national health insurance. Sands said the government has failed to focus on NHI because its intention has been fixed on the controversy surrounding the upcoming gender equality referendum, which he says has been nothing but a distraction.
National health insurance was supposed to be ushered in and started January of 2016. We are now in June of 2016. And national health insurance is nowhere to be seen. The government finally realized that they were going about this all wrong, and they listened to voices that kept saying, maybe we ought to approach this differently.
Last month, during the Progressive Liberal Party's 4th anniversary in office, Prime Minister Perry Christie told Our News that without a doubt, NHI will be introduced this term. Sands also announced the next steps for the United Healthcare Reform Alliance, which is the coalition that was formed to reject the current NHI model.
UHRA is now seeking to have an audience with the National Health Insurance Secretariat. This is scheduled to happen sometime next week, I think June the 9th. At that point, some of the concerns that could have been voiced a year ago or 18 months ago will be voiced. Our goal, the goal of stakeholders in healthcare, the goal of Bahamians, is to see to it that we come up with a program that benefits Bahamians.
A 40-year-old man is dead after the vehicle he was riding in crashed into a utility pole and erupted into flames. According to police reports, officers in Abaco were called to the scene of the traffic accident shortly before 2 a.m. today. The man was reportedly traveling east on SC Boodle Highway when the incident occurred. Police say the vehicle was completely destroyed with the charred remains of the male driver inside. Police are actively investigating this matter and are reminding the general public to slow down and adhere to the laws. And here in New Providence, 5 men and 3 women were taken into police custody after officers discovered 8 pounds of marijuana and a Glock pistol with ammunition on board a mailboat from Bimini moored at Potters Key Dock. A team of officers from the Firearms Tracing and Investigations Unit acting on intelligence went on board the mailboat and found the items yesterday shortly before 9 a.m. The drugs were in a storage bin and the gun inside a suitcase. And a woman is in hospital in stable condition after several gunmen opened fire on the car she was sitting in. Shortly after 11:30 p.m. yesterday, the victim and another man were sitting in a car on Augusta and Cambridge Street when several males armed with handguns fired at them before fleeing on foot. The man was not injured. Police are urging anyone with information regarding this or any other crime, no matter how small or insignificant the tip may seem, to anonymously contact police at 919 or Crime Stoppers at 328 TIPS.